Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Adam, this is Adam.sews, and this is this week's Friday Sews. So this week I have been making quilts mainly. Quilt. That's all I seem to do at the moment is quilt. So I also have just been to take the car for its yearly MOT, which is never a good fun because it needs another tyre, which is nothing new there. It always needs a tyre of some variety and they are obscenely expensive. But while I was out getting that done, I did have to stop in Hobbycraft because it was right next door. So I got myself some fat quarters, which are these are Debbie Shaw fat quarters. They're organic cotton. So they are the collection that is birds and bobbins. So they've basically got little birds on them, but they've also got sewing related things as well. So I got 2 packs of those because these were actually cheaper to buy 1 pack of 4 than they were to buy by the metre. So I thought, well, I'm ending up with, by buying 2 packs, I'm ending up with half meters of each colour anyway. So I thought, well, I might as well just do that rather than buying a half metre of 4 colours. Although, had I bought a half metre of 4 colours, I would have been able to cut it into jelly rolls, which would have made it better for quilting because of the type of quilt that I want to do with it, but it's done now. So, this week I have been thinking about what is going on with Sew Frugal 22, which I will link the video for my inspiration of the patterns that I've chosen to look at this year for the men's side of Sew Frugal. I will link that at the end of the video. I also have been thinking about whether I want to do a little bit more research and see if I can find anything else for Sew Frugal, because I'm not quite sure yet what my plans are for that. But I will probably do 2 items for the Sew Frugal challenge. So I'll probably do some form of top and some form of trousers. One of them will probably be the trousers from the Mood Fabrics pattern that I mentioned in my Sew Frugal video. But besides that, I'm not 100% sure yet on what I'm going to do, but I will sit down this weekend and work my way through that. I have also been commissioned to do another jumpsuit. This one is completely different, so I need to start working on finding a pattern for that, adjusting it, adapting it, and finding the fabric. And there's some applique work that needs to be done on the back of that one as well, so I need to source the materials for that. So besides that, I've had a really horrible week in terms of Luna with life, because she ended up having a couple of episodes on Tuesday this week and ended up rushing to the vets. So that's been pretty stressful. So a lot of my sewing was done early on in the week and before that happened, and I haven't really managed to get much done since then because of trying to make sure that she's okay. But I did manage to, at the weekend, get the Alice quilt finished and bound that I've been working on, now that I got the backing fabric delivered. So this is the pattern for this is a So quilting. It is called the Diamond Ripple quilt because it starts off in the centre with a diamond and it looks like a ripple effect as it goes towards the outer edges. I put a 6-inch border a whole way around this just to extend the size of the pattern because it was supposed to be done with bigger squares than what I used, but I didn't like the fact that it was going to be done with really big 8-inch squares. So this is bound and backed on a really beautiful poppy cotton poplin that I got from Fabrics by Penny Community Group. So that one is finished. I also managed to finish my Curiouser Tulip Pink quilt, which is this one. This is backed on a really nice teal turquoise green, whatever you want to class it as, cotton poplin as well. It's just really soft to have as the backing. This I actually used all of my offcuts, pieced them all together in 2.5-inch strips and created a patchwork binding for the whole entire quilt out of all of my offcuts from the Curiouser that I had cut out. So the finished quilt is this way around. So I put a big border around it of some of the other Curiouser fabrics that I've got. I also stitched on some embroidered bits where it says like Eat Me and Alice and different names all over it as well. You'll have to excuse the scratching and running around because Luna is on a mad one and chasing her brother because we've just been out and she's obviously very excited to see him. So I'll be back in 2 secs. Right, that's sorted her out. If I pick her up, then she can't run around and scratch about the floor while I'm trying to record this. So the only other thing that I have started working on this week is a wall hanging. I had some of the Red Queens cut out from when I was making the Tulip Pink quilt, and I cut out about five or six more faces from the cut off fabric that I actually had with the Queens on. Because I thought if I'm dividing it up, I'm only ever going to use it in the 8.5-inch squares that are on the panel for each of those faces. So I thought, well, I might as well cut them all out so they're all done, all of them are squared off and all of them are the right positioning, so that when I come to use them in other projects, they're already pre-prepared. So this one is, you sit there a minute and behave. This is I'm using the same backing as the quilt that I made, just because I had an off-cut of that as well. And this is going to be a wall hanging of the Alice and the Red Queen. So this will be, hopefully I will finish this today. All I've got to do now is a few more. I'm doing an embroidered stitch. Rather than stitching the ditch, I'm actually doing an embroidered stitch at equal amounts either side of it. So it is like a squiggly stitch that the Juki does, which I've done down the 2 centre columns at the moment. And I will work my way around all of the other ones, and then I'm going to do some decorative stitching as well on different sections of it before it goes on the wall. So because of the amount of quilting that I've been doing recently, I also thought it would be a good idea to have some quilt roll clips. So I picked up a pair of these today. I probably should have picked up 2 sets because it actually makes it easier if you roll both sides when you're doing the centre. But I can get another set at another time. Because although saying that, when you're using a small quilt, the prim wonder clips that are the large size are actually big enough, which is really handy. So if anyone's not used these, the big prim wonder clips are actually quite good. These are sort of double the size of your standard wonder clip. You sit there a minute. Because that is your normal wonder clip, and that is the prim one, so they are quite substantially bigger. So if you can get hold of these come in packs of 8, I think, and I believe they are made by Prim. The one that I got was a pack of 8 of those, and actually came with a pack of 8 of the, or 10 of the small standard size wonder clips with it as well. Oh, now we've got another one that wants in on the action. For those of you who haven't seen him in a while, this is how big Dobby has got. Oh, and he's just decided to give me a nice burp, which is always pleasant. So I think that is pretty much it for this week. You just keep still. Who's this on there? Look. Dobby. Who is it? Oh, is it? Yes, I know. So that is it for this week's Friday Sews. If you like this video and you want to check out any more, I will link the playlist to all of my Friday Sews either side of me now. And I will also link a link to the video for the So Frugal Plans 2022. So if you like that video, check out the hashtag SoFrugal22 on YouTube, and it will come up with all of the other vloggers that are showing their plans for what they are going to do this year for that challenge. So I hope everyone has a good week. I hope everyone has enjoyed their week. I hope everyone has a good weekend planned and you get some sewing done. And I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.